Hey guys, welcome back to the Enlightened Logger channel. We've got a beautiful crisp morning here. We're out here doing some side work, doing some hand pruning and shearing. I'm going to show you some before and afters. Here on the azaleas in the front, we're going to be just doing some pocket pruning here. We're not going to hit these hard, we're not going to shear them or anything. Just going to open them up just a little bit, take out a little bit of the dead that's in there. The boxwoods we're going to be shearing to tighten those up. As you can see, you look across them, you can see just a few little scragglers. The hollies, we got to tighten these up, so we're going to be shearing these as well. Again, boxwoods to tighten. Hollies, they're actually in pretty good shape. We were here earlier this summer and we did really well then, so just a little bit of tightening. The clearas, the same here. We're going to be shearing these, so I've got the extension shears, and then I've also got the hand shears I'll be using. And then we've got some back here in the backyard. We've got a little bit to keep an eye on with the magnolia. Got a little bit of dead in there we're going to clean out. We gave that some house clearance earlier this year. We had to take it off of the roof. Little puppy there doesn't like me back here. But as a whole, there's not really a lot to do in here, just a little bit of dead to clean up. The hostas, we're going to take those to the ground because the frost keeps getting them and they're just going to wither anyway. Got a few other shrubs back here we're just going to tighten up, more of a cylinder shape. Lower petalums, we're going to take those down, we're going to shear those, kind of even them up. Same thing with azaleas, probably just do a pocket prune. Here on the hollies, we're going to shear these and tighten these up, and this is going to be quite a project here because they're so big and there's so many of them alongside of the house here. There's not a lot of work to be done, but just a lot of setups and movement. And then along here, same thing, we're going to shear these to even them up. We'll clean out the hydrangeas, prune those right back, tighten up holly here, tighten up these hollies, shape them properly, boxwoods, some more laurel petalums, and a couple other little guys here we're going to tighten up, as well as the azaleas. And then we're going to clean these guys out. We got some scale and some disease in here, so we're going to clean out the dead here and try and bring these guys back to health. So as you can see, we got our work cut out for us, so we are going to be plugging along here throughout the day. So get this guy opened up here. We're going to be plugging along throughout the day, so I'll be showing you some progress as we go, as well as the finished product at the end of the day. Beautiful Japanese maple here. Set you guys up here so you can see some shearing.
Yeah, who would pay $1,200, $600 for that?
One of the secrets I found to shearing is to hit it from different angles. So when you start here, you can see the ones that stick out, so you hit those. As you work your way down, you do the same, and then when you look back, as you spin around here, you can see different ones that stick out. So it makes sense to look at it from a lot of different angles. That way you get a nice tight shape overall. Showing you one of the most important pieces of this puzzle is making sure that you get the debris out of the tree after you cut it, after the shrub, because all these big ones that are left up here after you cut them will be really brown and they'll stand out crazy. So we got a nice even shape, as you can see on this side I've completed. and we're trying to keep them somewhat level. The problem is you got one there in the middle that's significantly larger than the other, so we're trying to keep him at bay. But as a whole, got just one more here, and then we got some around the other side. As a whole though, the secret really is, I think, just keeping it tight, but also the cleanup. People don't really care about the method you use or the tools you use or anything like that. They really care in tree work, landscaping, shrub care. They care about the end result. What does it look like when you're done? Take you up here for this last one. There we go. I'll get these raked out, and that'll conclude our shearing on these back hollies. So these stems here, the ones I was talking about that stand out when they turn brown, they really, you can really notice them. These big guys here, they look like huge dead limbs in a beautiful tree in somebody's front yard. Just take an extra couple of seconds here, get them raked out, and you don't have to worry about that appearance problem. And you have a nice end result. Plus it gives you the opportunity to get any of those little feathers to stick up that, you know, like to when you rake these out. Once those are raked out, and you can go back over it and touch it up if you need to. Otherwise, if you have a nice shape, you leave it alone. On to the next one. All right, so on this guy, we're gonna try and shape him into just more of a cylinder shape, kind of tighten him up a little bit. You've got some of these that are, you know, 4, 5, 6 inches sticking out, so we're gonna try and take them back to a lateral if we can. Keep them somewhat uniform and a nice upright shape. And we won't really have to take a lot off of him because he's not too out of line by any means. We just want to keep them a little bit more uniform and not so spindly. Take these guys back in quite a bit because they're hanging out there pretty long. There, that is significantly better than he was, and we'll just see what John thinks, if he's got any input on that. But you can see how it's much more uniform in shape now, and trying to tighten it up some. These guys stick out just a little bit. We'll take them off. but overall you can see a much nicer shape to them. So we are going to move on to the next one. All right, so we're going to tighten up this holly now. Keep him in uniform shape. Okay guys, so that's the end result. You can see, looking down at it, what a nice even shape it is. As I get down the ladder here, you can see it's maintained throughout. Nice, even, rounded shape. Gonna go on to the next one, and we'll do a walkthrough on the yard when we're all complete. All right, this is the back side of the hollies that I was working on there for so long. But as you can see, they got a nice even shape, able to take off all the leggy growth and flush them up to that fence. And as you look down, you can see nice even canopies there. I'm gonna set the ladder up out front and finish up out front. Like I said, we're gonna take you guys through a walkthrough when we're all done. This will be a pretty short video today. I know the tree and shrub pruning is a little different than what you normally see from me, but I appreciate you guys stopping by nonetheless. Okay guys, here we are at the end of our day. You can hear the blower running in the background. I'm gonna show you how we did. Here's those hollies that I worked on, I showed you earlier. Sheared these guys off, these hollies. Took the hydrangeas down to about knee height. A couple more hollies here. Some boxwood. John hand pruned all these. And I'll work you around the back here. We took down the hostas, flushed them out. Took the these other azaleas down, pocket pruned those as well, tightened them up some. Got this little guy here that I pruned up earlier. Can't remember his name, still learning. Didn't really have to do anything with the arborvitaes this time. They're in pretty good shape. Again, the magnolia is in good shape, all cleaned up. Here on the back side, some more hollies that I sheared and tightened up. On the side of the house here. Get through this gate. Here's the cleanup as well. You can see there is just absolutely nothing left other than beautiful trees and shrubs. Clearas, took those in. Another big holly that I sheared. John did the boxwoods here. You can see how nice and tight they are. Hollies, more boxwoods out front here. Azaleas, boxwoods. We pocket pruned and just hand cut the azaleas on the front because we wanted to leave them fairly natural because they're already starting to push buds for the springtime, which here is February, March. We took and cleaned out these Japanese maple a little bit. I took some off of the top, some top feathers to even them up some. John cleaned out the interior because I was kind of the ladder guy today. John sheared these, the laurel petalums, took those down, evened those up. Again, cleaned out the Japanese maple. And then to end our day, we pocket pruned these azaleas. They've been sheared quite a bit, so they're super tight. So we tried to open them up some. We took some of the interior out, a little bit off the top, just the top scragglers. We left it a very natural look. We just sheared along the edges a little bit just to kind of tighten it up along the walkway. But as you can see, another job well done. Working with Jay and the crew. Today it was John, Kylie, and myself. So we ran our own crew today, and we were just happy to be here. As you can see, I'm down to a t-shirt at this point. So it's mid-50s and sunny. It's absolutely beautiful here. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Please like, share, subscribe, and y'all have a great day.